On the left, take a peek inside the room.
Do you find any Indian artifacts?
We have not, no, and I doubt we ever will, because kids are really spiritual and appreciated by the Americans. So if they brought something in, they would have taken it out. Yeah, the only known natives in this area that ever kind of had affiliation with us was the Wintu tribe. Charles Morton was Wintu, Native American. So other than that, I'm not too sure. But keep on coming, guys. Try not to block that entrance. More people coming in. You guys are all more than welcome to take turns, take a step on that little ledge, take a peek inside this room. Like I said, lack of cave bacon, phenomenal echo. If you sing, you can sing in here. I only sing on people's birthdays.
If you're happy and you know.
I'm not singing. Don't hurt anyone's ears. But welcome to the dome room, our second tallest room, standing at 80 feet, all the way to the top. The main rock formations in this room is called shelfstone and calcite raft. Shelfstone formed from standing water in a room for a long period of time. As you guys were coming across the lake, you probably saw the lake level dropping a little bit, creating little lines on the shoreline. That's basically what shelfstone is to us inside the Calvert system. So you can see all the different levels of where that water once was standing, creating shelves or little lines on the cave wall. Now shelfstone creates another formation called calcite raft, a thin layer of crust that floats right on top of the water. So usually it collapses as water drains out of the room. This huge pile of rubble is a great example of all that. Thousands of different layers of calcite raft are the ones floating on different levels of water, came crashing down. Sometimes it does not collapse. We call it false flooring. Let's say a floor you could step on, you would fall right through. So next time you guys come into a cave, bring someone you don't like, make sure they go first. Some of you may have brought them today. Unfortunately, no one's fallen to the floor. Everyone's safe, I promise. Over the calcite raft, we have this muddy waterfall called flowstone. Flowstone is our fastest growing formation at a whopping rate of 4 inches every 100 years. So a little faster than everything else, but still super slow, so don't touch anything. To the right, another man-made tunnel. That tunnel was created just a couple years after the Thompson brothers made that first entrance tunnel. They had the same exact goal. They were trying to get to the basement room. Once again, the lowest room the explorers got to back in 1878. This time they were heading the right direction. At the back of that tunnel is a wall. Behind that wall is a room full of water. When you're working with explosives, it's probably not the safest or smartest idea to blow something up if a lot of water is going to come at you. Luckily, they did not blow that wall up. If they did, they wouldn't have survived. Water would be flowing through here right now. You guys would be super bored listening to me talk about rocks for the last 20 minutes. And I wouldn't have a job as a tour guide, so we're all thankful for that, right? Yes? All right. Up here, second example of calcite crystal, calcium carbonate, inside of a stalactite. Like I said, everything is made of calcite crystal. It is just covered in a whole lot of dirt. More examples of the dirt getting washed away. This huge column was once covered in that dirt. A lot of water flow over the top. Now we call it calcite ridge. So this formed from a group of stalactites, met a few stalagmites on the bottom. To sum things up, after we die, this will meet that right about here and turn into this. Got it? Any questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
If they didn't get through, how do you know there's water through there?
You can actually hear it if you come back for a tour in the wintertime. You stand right there and it's dead silent in here. It sounds like the back of a toilet when you flush the tank, it gurgles. It's pretty funny. They didn't have the technology, so that's a great question. Back then in 1959 through 1964, they didn't have technology like we do nowadays where we can see through rooms and whatnot. So they heard that room and fill it with water. There's actually still water in that room right now. So one wall of rock is holding a lot of water from splashing into us, which is pretty cool. Before, 23 human beings walked into the middle of a mountain. Did anyone stop and think of earthquakes?
Yes.
Yes. A few, but if you didn't, now you're thinking of them right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we are safer inside the Calvert system during an earthquake than outside. If we weren't, I would not work here. That is weird. If I was standing outside, felt an earthquake, you would not see me running into a cave. I don't care how many people tell me it's safer. If I feel one, I am not in here. There could actually be one happening right now. If we were inside, we wouldn't feel anything. So that's where I'd rather be. I'd rather not know. 15 years ago, there was a 5.6 magnitude earthquake in Northern California. The people from Southern California get those about 6 times a month. Nothing new to you. That is very rare for us. There were 70 people, 3 tours inside this mountain, and they did not feel a single thing. So who is from Southern California? How many earthquakes do you guys get a month? Quite a few, right? Yeah. What about the skyscrapers? What happens to those? They fall?
No, they're all
us, right? Just like this mountain, we're built to withstand earthquakes, just like skyscrapers. All the cracks in the ground, rock does not bend, flex, move around like steel, anything man-made can, it cracks from earthquake seismic action. The only time things fall, diamond, creating man-made tunnels. Stopped that a long time ago. Bigfoot taking souvenirs. If you don't believe me, his footprint's right here with his toes. Don't ask me why he has one leg. I've never seen him. I have no idea. And who knows about Mount Shasta? What is Mount Shasta?
A volcano?
An active volcano. It's not supposed to go off for thousands of years. The last eruption was in 1789. That huge boulder right behind you guys was sitting in this pocket and came crashing down the last time Mount Shasta erupted. What about Mount Lassen? You guys heard of Mount Lassen?
Yeah.
Very, very active volcano. That's supposed to go off in a little over 100 years from now. The last eruption was in 1914, so just over 100 years ago. That has no effect on us, so we're good. Is there any questions?
Do you know if any caverns were lost when they blew out certain areas?
No. Actually, what you guys see today is about 5 to 10% of the cavern system. Mount Range is 20 miles long, all went through the same process 2 million years ago. It's like a huge block of Swiss cheese. Thousands of rooms around us. Good question?
We're gonna get started.
Have you seen any Lumerians in here?
Marians. Well, no. Good question. Maybe today will be the day. Who knows?
It's like
They're Mount Shasta ancient aliens. That's a huge conspiracy theory with an ancient city inside the mountain. That's totally real. Alright, one last thing. As you know, I work in a cave. I see a lot of cool things like rocks. To be completely honest, it is just slightly boring saying the same thing 6 times a day for the last 3 years of my life and staring at rocks all day long. So, as one would, if you spend as much time in a cave as I do, you'd go crazy and see things, right? For example, a cave of llamas. There's its head, neck, body. Tell me I'm not the only crazy person in here.
Absolutely.
But it's not a llama, it's a llama-corn.
Oh my god!
To the right of that, this is what it looks like when you don't clean out your ears. Use the Q-tips. And hopefully you guys have heard of Indiana Jones. There's Indy, right in the middle of my life. Arm up, feet down. Let's see the little guy from the rock. I heard he jumped from the horn to the earwax. That's why I slipped it off right there. His goal is to get way up there. But in reality, that won't ever happen because he's a rock. And cannot move. You guys in the front, look to your left, a little gnome waving goodbye and smiling at you. You see it? All right. We're going to make a big figure 8 back down to the first room. Stop when we entered and talk about what's on the walls.
Flashlights.
All right, watch your step. No, we have to get good ones. That's a couple months. No one knows why. I don't lie. No one else does. Yeah.
I wonder if there's stickers on the house. Fun Cavern of the Dragon.